Okay. We'll run with this for now.
Is your phone going? Okay.
Yeah, both are going.
What are we talking about in this podcast?
Your phone's gonna pick us up over here? I guess it might a little.
So we have both recording video and both recording audio. And
Just in case one messes up.
yeah, basically today we're going to be talking about the Kentucky experience. As me and George have had the Kentucky experience.
I've
Yeah.
lived it for 19 years.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can give us the Kentucky lifestyle.
I've shown you it the past couple days.
So yeah, I guess we can start with our travel experiences, which began about the same time actually, which was Tuesday, the 13th of June.
Yeah, so in the time it took Joey to drive from Louisiana to Kentucky, it took me to fly from England pretty much, didn't it?
Yeah.
We kind of set off at the same time. So I set off, I went to Heathrow Airport in London, and then, which is kind of where all international flights go. And yeah, I was on the plane for about 8 hours, and then pretty much arrived here, and it was pretty smooth actually. It was a lot smoother than previous flight experiences.
When you said it was wobbly
There was a fair bit of turbulence.
when you got to the US, yeah.
Yeah, there was one plane I changed onto that it was kind of like a small aircraft, and it did like loads of turns over the sea. It was quite cool actually, because you could see down over the streets and things. It was quite low.
With like 4 seats.
Yeah, it was like 4 seats wide.
Yeah.
This plane, and I could just see straight into the cockpit with the pilots and things. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like there was no issues at security, there's no issues at customs, there was no issues at the check-in desk like there was when I went to Australia, which would take probably too long to explain the full story. So yeah, getting here was pretty reasonable. I will say this: if you are going to the US from outside the US, read a lot of documentation on the US Embassy's website, because it differs depending on what website you're looking at half the time, or like what page you're looking at on the same website.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit confusing about what you need, and you know what you need to get into the country, what you need to enter the country. And so that was the most stressful part. I think we've been planning this trip since like I've been trying to get
Was it late last year that we started planning
That
this?
was late last year, yeah.
And I've been trying to get my visa sorted out since January. Only really got it sorted out in June. So
Which is late.
yeah, which is pretty soon to when the trip happened, but
Yeah, because it is June.
it all turned out all right.
Yeah. For myself, my trip was a lot easier. Without going into the specifics of where I live, where I stopped at, and where we are now, essentially, from my house, I basically just got onto Interstate 20, God bless Interstate 20, and rode it all the way to the state of Georgia, where I hopped off and hung out at my friend Brady's house.
You made a video.
You saw that video, earlier.
Yeah.
That drive was really boring. It was rainy. Not like super rainy, but like rainy enough to just make you feel sad and tired. For those of you who have lived in the South before, there are no hills. It is completely flat. The only elevation you get is the bridge to go over the occasional swamp. And so yeah, day one of driving was pretty boring. It was really just I-20 almost all day. And then day two was a little bit more fun because I got to drive through Atlanta. And if you haven't drove through a big city before, Atlanta especially, oh boy is it fun. I had never seen, there was one point in time where there were 6 permanent lanes of traffic and a 7th lane for on and off ramps. I had never been in that much, traffic before. We actually came to a complete stop on the interstate, which was wild to me. But
You should come to London, then.
yeah.
London's like that every day.
Once you get past that, I hopped on the I-75 and basically just drove up north until I had to hop off to get to where I am now. So two pretty mediocre days of driving. The first one was much more tiring because of the rain. Day 2 was a lot better because it barely rained. And then
we didn't have our playlist playing in the background.
I did not have our playlist.
Yeah.
I'll link it below. We actually made a playlist for the trip
right.
beforehand. It's a quite whimsical playlist in terms of genre and how it doesn't stick with one.
We found out that we have very different tastes.
But
at least Joey does.
Joey does.
Yes, my taste in music, does not align
George
really in
has
any.
a mix, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's kind of
Mostly
a
towards
mixture. It's a mixture between things that probably my dad would listen to, like old classic rock, and then things that Brian would listen to, which is just 2020's modern female pop singers. So it's kind of like complete opposites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey said he hasn't been a fan of my choices.
No, I don't think I'll be adding them into my playlist. I'll put it that way.
I don't think we've played a full Beatles song that I added to the playlist since coming
Maybe
here.
not.
There are a few that
skipping
I'm
them.
like, did I add that? I thought I added that. But, it's all good. You guys can go listen to the playlist and be horrified. I'd actually love for people to make their guesses as to whose song is whose.
Oh, no, it says.
shows.
Oh, does it show?
Yeah.
Never mind. You automatically will know that.
Just cover up half the
I mean, a few of them were jokes.
Yeah.
A few of them are jokes, like Electric by Katy Perry.
What, you don't actually like that song?
I can't, it's the song of the century, but,
Okay, I see how it is.
I felt you were going to say, I can't stand the song coming out.
So that kind of brings us to our first night here. I arrived Wednesday afternoon.
That's right.
We picked up George very late at night,
Yeah,
and then we crashed. I mean, that was kind of it.
Well, we didn't crash the car. We
my
just,
flight got changed.
We went to bed.
Originally, I was supposed to arrive at 5 p.m. as well.
Yes.
So then my flight got changed from arriving at 5 p.m. to arriving at half 10 in the end.
Yeah, it was about, I think, 10:42 that we picked you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And I was very sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
6
just
hours of
conked
sleep
out.
in the span of 3 days.
Yeah, so I just kind of conked out the
Um,
moment I jumped on your guest bed.
Yes.
yeah, but then so the next day was Thursday.
Our first full day.
Thursday is the day that we made the glorious video, currently entitled ...
That's currently, yeah.
What a thematic title.
Well, we're not sure what the title will be yet,
No.
/ if it will change.
We're just gonna probably take the thumbnail from Ju's edit that she made from the video. But yeah, I mean, it performed pretty well. We had like 30 people watching during the premiere.
Yeah.
Not a single person was expecting it, especially when you came in
I
towards
think
the end.
everyone was surprised.
Yeah.
You can go back into the live chat of that premiere.
Yeah.
People are like, "Is that George?" Like they're unsure.
The way
at
he just
first.
pops up. Yeah, it was.
And
I
then-
just walked here.
Yeah, just walked here.
Yeah.
This is the deck from the video. It has a
That's
hot tub just off camera.
Yeah. Yeah, the door's just up there.
yeah.
that I knocked on.
Yeah.
Also, we are in a hot tub. We haven't mentioned that yet. And maybe
As
we
if it's
shouldn't
not
have. It
clear.
would have been funnier if I didn't bring it up. But I did.
Zero
No,
context
that's
for the hot
It's
So-
normal.
We just thought this would be nice.
But
Nice
yeah, so we did the
atmosphere.
premiere. And then you can't, because the chat's a little delayed. I come up right at the end, but you can kind of see the first couple of people be like, "What?"
Joey's there
Because
too.
I'm also here.
And, it performed. It was like my best performing video in like the first like 5 hours for a little bit.
Well-
Now it's like 9 out of 10, but that's because I haven't changed anything.
It's because you also haven't uploaded in years.
It hasn't been
Years.
years.
Been a few months.
It's my third upload that's under 1 minute in the past like 5 months.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but they're my favorite uploads.
yeah.
But what, after that, did we go mini golfing Thursday? I think so.
No, that was Friday.
What did
Yeah,
we do
We
Thursday?
did the movie.
Yes.
We were
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
We saw Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
A movie that
And
Nintendo
Elemental.
has been so excited for years.
Yeah.
I mean, we got that first reveal trailer in 2021. A lot of things changed since then. Fantastic movie. And it was
Oh, yeah.
Lucario and George's first Spider-Man flick. I would love for y'all to give some insight on how on how y'all thought about the movie.
What was my second movie I've seen?
Which other one have you seen?
I saw Far From Home in cinemas.
Okay.
But it's funny because I watched Far From Home, for those of you who don't know, is the one based just after Endgame, but I hadn't seen Endgame yet. So it was like, spoilers, if you haven't seen it, skip forward 30 seconds or so. But it talks a lot of, the main plot revolves around Iron Man being dead, and I didn't know Iron Man was dead yet. So that was quite funny. But no, Into the Spider-Verse, when I finished watching it, I had cried, I had felt emotions that I didn't know a piece of media could give you. And
Spider-Verse?
yeah, it was just, and I think I said at the end that it was probably my favourite movie I've ever watched. I'm not sure about that now, after having thought about it for a few days.
There.
But the plot was insane. I don't know how you people write stuff like that. It was just incredible the the animation and the soundtrack.
Love the animation
and
love the
use
score
of
and
sound effects.
soundtrack.
Oh, it was grand. For someone who like me, who's been to college for film and TV production, it was just bliss.
Yeah. I think that especially after the last couple of decades, a lot of animated media has kind of homogenized itself to all fall into the kind of same style, right? Like it's hard to just look at something and be like, oh, that's Disney or that's DreamWorks or that's a Pixar. You know, with this, it's clearly unique. There's no other film quite like it in terms of animation.
There was, I wasn't too sure about the animation at first, but I ended up liking it a lot. Yeah, when Joey got here, I was like, because he wanted to watch it like the day that it came out, but he ended up not doing that, and I was like, okay, just wait until you get here and we'll watch it here. When he got here, I offered to watch Elemental, the new Pixar film, with him, and he did decline multiple times, actually.
Elemental has flopped at the box office. It's an L film, that's all I'm saying right now.
He hasn't watched it, so.
I've not.
If I were to pick between Elemental and Spider-Verse, before watching Spider-Verse, I actually really enjoyed Spider-Verse. I would have chose Elemental, but I did enjoy Spider-Verse a lot. There were some parts, because I don't watch any superhero films. Like when I think of a superhero film that I've watched, I think of Big Hero 6.
Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. And that's a great movie.
It's a good movie, but yeah, I don't really watch many movies in general, but yes, superhero movies. But no, I really enjoyed it. I mean, there was certain parts that I was kind of like, who is this? Or certain things, because I didn't watch the first part of it. But
Sure.
I think altogether, it was, pretty easy to follow along with, even if I didn't watch the first one. And I really enjoyed it.
I found it very helpful that they did a recap at the start.
A little recap.
Yeah.
So they kind of said, here's who the characters are and how we feel about them.
They caught us up with the plot.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, I think this is gonna make the audio unbearable.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Turn it up.
That turns it up higher.
I'm aware of that. I think that's just how it keeps it heated, and we're not gonna have a choice.
Oh.
Well, can we at least turn the lights on?
Yeah.
Turn the lights on.
Okay, so we're gonna speak a little bit louder because the jets have gone on now.
Closer.
Got to keep the heat up. So
Yeah.
look at George.
So let's see.
Whoa.
Friday was the day of mini golf as well as our first stream on your channel.
That's correct. Yeah.
So mini golf was pretty fun. It's been a few years since I played mini golf, but I played mini golf about a month ago on a vacation. Did awful, got last. And then I played mini golf Friday here with you two. Did awful, got last. But it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there
There were some pretty creative course designs. There was one based on Mount Sinai. And so it's just this giant hill that, George gets in 3 hits. That was the par. It was a par 3.
3 hits.
Me and Brian had to give up at, plus 10.
Yeah.
Because
it was more like 14 hits though.
Yeah, we kept going.
We didn't even get it.
Yeah, we did not get it.
We didn't even get it.
There were a couple others that I just could not get.
So that's why George won the first
round.
set of 18 holes that we did.
I came first then because they were all 10 points over me.
Yeah.
Then we tried out the second thing of 18 holes. I ended up winning that by just a little bit.
Joey's favorite hole had a loop-de-loop.
Yeah, there was a loop-de-loop, and he
I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a Sonic loop-de-loop. I will pull up the clip right now, okay? And so basically, I go first, And you'll see in the pictures, I just completely miss.
He hits it.
I get myself
Just
stuck
like
in
a
a position
clonk.
to where it would take a second hit to line me up for my third hit to make it through the loop. And so they allow me to start over, and I still miss it. And it was the fourth hit by the time I made it through the loop.
And then George just hit it out of the entire.
Yeah, George hit it like insane.
Oh, ignore that.
He hit it out of the hole.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I did it perfectly. I just thought I'd mention that.
But yeah, that one was really creative. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Even though I messed it up, it was just
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, it was cool.
It felt unique. You know, I haven't played too much mini golf in my life, but it felt like there were a lot of ideas I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
Not all of them worked well, but the ones that did work well worked really well, and I'm just points for creativity, you know?
That's right.
And then the stream.
Yes.
We go live with some Nintendo Land.
That's right.
Oh, and it was.
It was George's
We
first
practiced
time.
a bit beforehand for
Yeah,
George.
we played a bit the previous night. That was probably Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the Spider-Verse, we played a bit of Nintendo Land just so I knew at least the controls. And I'd say I did much better when the practice round. But my first time playing.
You
than I
won
did on
the
stream.
last round.
Yeah. But then yeah, I did win a win on the stream.
You did, yeah. Nintendo Land,
And we did Wheel of Fortune on the Wii.
yeah. Nintendo Land has always been one of my favorite party games, right?
It's one of
can
the.
see why.
Yeah.
And
I come back to it a lot.
looking back, it is my favorite Wii U game because it was a Wii U launch title, and no other Wii U game used the gamepad quite as well.
No other console could have Nintendo Land.
Exactly,
That's what makes
you
it
know,
so special.
As much as we would want like a Nintendo Land port or a Nintendo Land 2,
Yeah.
it only works with that asynchronous multiplayer.
Yeah.
It uses the Wii remote well too.
Yeah,
like
I think-
it feels like what the Wii U could have been. Like
Yeah.
it has all that potential inside
Like
of it.
blow into the mic,
Um,
all that kind of
it
stuff.
incorporates the gamepad super well,
Yeah.
while also using the Wii remotes and having 5-player asynchronous multiplayer just work. And so yeah, we got a taste of that, and then Wheel of Fortune,
on the Wii.
an
yeah.
American game show. What do you do in it? You guess that
yeah.
phrase.
That's the
Yeah.
phrase.
Pat, I'd like to buy a vowel.
If you have 250.
Except I felt like I was at a slight disadvantage with this game because it's like American words, American phrases, American spellings of words, and it was my first time playing. I've never seen the show before,
Yeah.
and so I didn't know how to play, and so I was just kind of trying my best a bit.
Yeah,
But I did get some.
you did.
I
I
think
think I
Joey
ended up
won it.
winning everything on stream.
On stream, yeah.
Which made me feel really good because bigger number, better person.
Yeah.
But really, it was just a fun game, and we'll circle back to that later, because Wheel of Fortune did not end with that stream on Friday night.
That's
On the
right.
Wii.
That's right.
I believe that was all we did for that stream was just Nintendo Land and Wheel of Fortune. Did we whip out any of the other games, Brian,
No, that
On the
was it.
stream?
on stream?
No, that was it.
Well, that evening we played off stream. We played Wii Sports Resort.
Yes, we played some Wii
We
Sports
did
Resort.
100 pin
Which
bowling.
was good fun.
We played
And
some
basketball.
Club Penguin. Or that may be the next day. We
That
played
was
was
Club Penguin.
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
So Saturday, which was yesterday, that's crazy. It's been a long week, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday, we all woke up pretty late. Like,
Yeah,
we,
well-
we kept saying, like, well, let's not set alarms. This is kind of a vacation. You know, we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll wake up at 8:30. George is jet lagged. He's been waking up at like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I wake up and it's like 10 something, and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
I think it was like 9.
I think I woke up at about 9:20. So it wasn't too late, but
That's fairly late.
we wanted to go out for breakfast, didn't we?
Yeah, we
That was-
ended up getting to Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
We got that barrel for breakfast.
Because when
Um,
you think of like an American yeehaw country restaurant, you
Yeah,
think of
'cause-
Cracker Barrel.
While I've been here, they've been trying to feed me all of the American food that they can think of. So
Yeah.
I've been trying American restaurants, American sweets,
Yeah.
American day-to-day foods at the grocery
We
store.
just got.
I
yeah,
think
what did
the
you get?
American sweets have been our favorite because we can see you wincing out of, you
Yeah.
know,
They're so
some
sweet.
amount of cringe, like you cannot control it
Yeah, he's
because
not a fan
of the flavor,
sweets.
and some amount I have to think of. Americans just have this,
Yeah.
right? They just have this
It's kind
much
of like
sugar.
it's kind of like if you go to like the Middle East and you have something spicy.
Yeah,
It's like they're just used to it, and everyone else is like, I need water, I need drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And Joey, by the way, if you want me to turn on those lights right there for the patio.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you could.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to keep this ambiance going right here, but
Can't really see us
I like the
anymore.
ambiance, but let's get the lights on because I don't think you can see our faces anymore.
yeah.
Turn them on.
Okay.
You mind stepping out for a moment?
I don't mind.
Yeah, this out was just being left in.
That's up to Brian if he wants, people to see him jump out of the tub.
He's got his shirt on. So.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to go inside for that.
Oh. There we
Is that
go.
any better?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's even cooler lighting.
That's
Okay.
the mood right there.
Dude, I love that. Okay. So,
We're back.
where are we at? American
Saturday.
Sweets,
We've
Saturday,
had Cracker Barrel.
that barrel.
Oh my gosh! I just showed my feet.
Let me tell you what, I love the barrel, okay? My local Cracker Barrel has been suffering in terms of employment. They're not able to keep a full staff, and because of that, the quality has suffered. But let me tell you what, it's some of the best bacon you can get. When you get those biscuits, which we didn't get any biscuits, but those biscuits, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not a big breakfast person, but I did go with some pancakes and some bacon.
Yeah,
It was good. Although, Joe, do you want to talk about what happened later that night?
Ooh, let's discuss it, okay? This is going on my channel. I feel comfortable with this. Here's the problem with breakfast, because I don't get breakfast much.
Yeah.
Breakfast food is a lot on the body. I mean, I got a mama's breakfast, and I actually didn't end up eating my eggs. I didn't finish my pancakes.
Yeah.
So I got 2 pancakes, like 3 slices of bacon, and some eggs. I ate what I could of the pancakes, which was most of it, all the bacon, and I couldn't get to the eggs. And I just had water. I didn't even, when you're eating a big breakfast like that, you need some water. But anytime I eat breakfast food, man, it just doesn't settle with me right. I don't know if it's the amount of carbs. I think it's the syrup, really. That maple syrup is so good, but there's got to be something in there.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
That evening, we were teetering on that line of when a number 2 becomes, what's the word for something that's half liquid, half solid?
Number 1.5.
No. There's a thing. It's like ambidextrous, but for the state of matter. You know, like when you get it's like this certain like flour and water.
He was really close to diarrhea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, George, what did you think of an American breakfast? The home style cooking.
Yeah.
The decor.
What did you end up
The-
picking though?
the
Share with
store.
the crowd.
I think I picked the paint same as you, didn't I? But I had the French
You had the French toast instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think I didn't finish my French toast because it was quite rich, the butter.
Yes, their
Um,
French toast is.
Yeah, it was
Very rich.
good. It was good. I'm not sure if I've had French toast before. I probably have at some point, but it was either way. It was probably the best I've ever had. And yeah, the bacon was well done. The egg was nice. And I think my favourite part was probably the little game on the table where you put the pegs in. It's probably the most boring thing to any regulars in America. But me, for the first time seeing it, having a little game you can play. Like, usually has something on the children's menu. that you
I
do a
enjoy
draw-in
it.
thing.
I still do when I go there.
The Cracker Barrel game. I don't know what it's called. It's like the stupid test or dumb game. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes fun of you.
For those of you who've never been to the barrel, I'm going to throw up an image on screen.
The barrel.
It basically is this game where you try to jump pins, similar to checkers, but you're playing against yourself. And the goal is to have the least amount of pins.
Or get one pin.
Yeah, you want to have one. And it gives you increasingly mean insults based on your score. Like,
Yeah, so if you've got like 6 pins left, it's like, what did it say? He's going to kill yourself?
yeah, like,
It was quite brutal.
it's really mean. And that's some of the humor that I think is really funny.
Yeah. It's just, you're playing dumb.
Yeah, you're playing dumb if you get 3.
Somehow I managed to get 2 on my first go.
Which
Yeah,
was
that's-
scarily impressive.
Never managed to do it again.
Joey got 6 about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
kept doing the same thing.
I was trying to like outsmart it, and I'm clearly not the guy for that job.
Yeah.
That was good fun. And also
yeah.
the gift shop
Yes.
was very American, very country.
Very country.
I was very tempted by the Bob Ross plushie. I considered getting that, but I don't think that would fit in my bag on the way home.
Yeah.
So I didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah. So what we did after that is we decided that we wanted to go bowling.
Bowling!
Which was expensive.
It was
Hell
expensive. All together for the 3 of us, you can have up to 6 in a lane, but you can't. It doesn't like raise the price. Basically, it was $80, including tax, for all 3 of us for 2 hours. So I like to pay for stuff here because they traveled all the way here, but we did have to split that up just a little bit.
I don't mind. Look, we're splitting the cost of that lane.
We're splitting the cost a little bit, and so yeah, then we traveled down there.
We got 5.5 games in.
We got 5.5 games,
right?
So it was good.
My hand was hurting by the end of it, though.
Yeah, I did a lot better than I thought I would perform.
Yeah, Brian won by a mile. I mean,
like double our points.
I did.
We were only 6 points apart.
Yeah, when we started out, I was doing awful. George was doing pretty good, and Brian was just doing incredible.
Brian was just.
Yeah.
And then slowly the two of them got worse and worse, and I just got a little bit better,
But not
and then
enough.
fell off. So I barely beat George because of that.
Yeah, by like 6
6
points.
points.
In total, over 2 hours of playing.
Yeah, but I think by the end we were all very tired. We bowled for 2 hours straight. I mean,
We went one after the other. No breaks. Just,
it,
We want to get our money's worth.
yeah.
for us non-athletic gentlemen, that takes a lot out of you.
Yeah. But it
It
was
was
fun
good
in the
fun.
end. Yeah.
Got a lot of photos from it as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very busy. They weren't a fan of my throwing technique, but
Yeah, I don't know if we ended up getting a video of this or not.
I've got photos of it. So I can put photos on
Yeah.
the screen of like, you see like Joey's bowl, and it's like on the ground, a bowl. Brian's was more like a throw, where it just kind of went up and then down and then just rolled.
well,
down.
I bowled it, but like it went up.
Yeah, it went
and
up.
landed,
It didn't
you
go
know?
straight forward.
But that's how you get speed.
If you were to draw it, it would be like a sine wave, where Brian's arm starts out here, he goes down, this is where you're meant to release, but then he goes up, releases, the ball goes up to match the peak, and then goes down and rolls from there.
And
But I mean, we can't really critique him for it.
We
because
can't, he won
He dominated
by
the
so many
field.
points. I think I got like 2 strikes there total, and Brian was getting at least 2 or 3 a game.
Yeah.
Um,
Always spares.
yeah.
It was good fun.
And so
though.
like a couple times I got a gutter ball and then I got a strike, which counted as a spare. But
Yeah.
the gutter, we were kind of joking about putting up like the things on like the side to block off the gutter at the
Oh
start.
yeah, your dad was saying.
Yeah.
He was like, "Are you gonna use the baby bumpers?"
Yeah,
And
and we got a lot of gutter balls.
Yeah.
I know Joey and George got at least 1 or 2 gutter ball and then another gutter ball.
What was
so-
crazy was that George found this technique unintentionally
His technique
I think it was
great.
just this lane.
on
It
the
literally-
right gutter.
Yeah.
If it had enough speed, there was a bump in
This
the gutter
was
ball
so
lane,
funny.
and it would bump up to hit the rightmost pin.
Yeah.
It was
And it
so
would count.
good.
It would
Now
It
here's
literally.
the best part. There was one time, and I can't explain anything about this. I'm no physicist. I'm no meteorologist. I'm not a psychic, but I hit this gutter ball, and it hits the one rightmost pin,
and then it
which then hits
dominoes.
another pin,
Yeah.
which then hits a third pin. I got 5 pins
On a gutter
from
ball.
a gutter ball.
Yeah.
It was so funny seeing that.
But then you
happen.
missed the second one.
Yeah, I did miss the second one. I got,
But let's ignore
I got
that
the same gutter. It would have hit the pin, but it was
Yeah.
already knocked over.
part. Yeah.
That was such a weird thing because I definitely got like at least that like 10 times, like 10 points,
Yeah.
just from gutter balls that went in and got the last.
And I
pin.
was updating Twitter during this whole process, and everybody, I was like, I posted a picture of all 3 of us. You can put it on the screen, and it's saying like, who do you think's gonna win? And
Everyone voted for me for some reason. I'm not
everybody
sure
was
why.
voting George. Like even in the stream from the day before, they
Yeah,
were
playing
like,
Nintendo
who should we
Land,
vote
my
for?
first time.
And it's George is the fan favorite, so
Guys,
he got last.
stop voting for me in anything. I always lose. Please. There you
Guys,
go.
stop voting for the British. We are free. We are free men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting political now.
Yeah, but that was fun.
Oh dear.
But yeah, and then we considered streaming that night, and then we didn't.
We did
Yeah.
not. We were kind of tired out to an extent.
We did play Mario Party 10 on our own though.
We did.
We did.
Just got more of a casual thing.
It was my first time to play an actual round of Mario Party 10.
Yeah.
I'd played the Amiibo mode, and we did Amiibo Party.
We did
Yeah,
Amiibo
yeah.
Party.
It was pretty
We
fun.
chose the Mario Galaxy stages.
We did Rosalina's map.
Yeah.
I love anything Mario Galaxy related, so of course I had to play it.
Yeah, I forgot Amiibo Party was even a thing. Like, Joey was like, that's the best mode in the game. I'm like, I forgot
It
it was a
is. And then we did the standard Mario Party mode, and it
Yeah.
sucked.
thing. It did not.
Mario Party 9 is the
I'm a
worst
fan.
one. Mario Party 10 is only barely better.
We did
because
the
of
one
Amiibo
where it's
Party.
like it's kind of like Cloud Top Cruise, where like you start in the clouds and you like go into like a big thunderstorm cloud.
As my first Mario Party experience, I thought it was a lot of fun.
See, that's the thing.
So
I think that most people in the comments will agree if they're old enough.
if they played them,
The GameCube Mario Parties have the best mini games, and Mario Party 8 has the best maps. Changed my mind.
I can't.
Actually,
Pretty say
Superstars might have the best mini games.
You
It's supposed to be a
never even played
collection.
that map, so clearly you haven't played all the Mario Party 10 maps.
I have not played all the maps. My problem with Mario Party 9 and 10 is just the fact that you don't get to go separate paths.
Yeah, no, I
You're
get
in
that.
a car together, and I think that takes away a lot of the strategy from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty strategic on that last go I had, where I purposely went onto a space that moved us back so I could get more stars on the
Yeah.
previous spaces.
Yeah, I mean, but when you're able to make a choice for yourself, and you're not
Yeah.
burdened with the other people in the car.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
think
You
it's a
could,
lot
you
more
could try
fun.
to hurt the other people in the car. You know, there's lots of like other strategies that you can
Yeah.
include.
And maybe I haven't played it enough to be
Yeah.
used to all the new ways to play.
No, I get it. But like, if I'm comparing it to like the Super Mario Party, like really small board, like you're all separate.
I
But
mean,
I don't have as much fun with that.
I'm in the Mario conservative party. Keep Mario Party the same.
You don't want to say that on British.
No,
The Conservatives are not very
just in terms of Mario Party,
not very liked to
we
them.
want to keep that the same.
Yeah. Well, I just
Had a
think,
winning formula.
yeah. Well, we'll see whenever they make a new Mario Party in
Yeah.
3 years.
So then we slept, and our boy Donnie the cat
Oh.
decided to come hang out with us.
Donnie was great.
He was purring. He's got a real weird purr.
Yeah.
It's
very
I thought
loud.
it sounded like a pigeon, like kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he left, and then we slept.
Yeah.
This morning we woke up. What's today?
Sunday.
Today's Sunday.
What did we do today? I
We
don't
woke
even
up. We
remember.
had breakfast. George got some good cereal from the store
Oh yeah.
because
So
Frosted Mini Wheats almost killed him.
on the first day, I was like, well, I normally have cereal for breakfast, so why don't I try some American cereal that we
It was
already
Frosted
had?
Mini Wheats.
Frosted Mini Wheats. It was the most sickening cereal I think I've ever had.
See, for me,
It was so sweet.
I think it was
and
like
yet
the
these
healthier.
guys are like, this is the healthier alternative
Yeah.
to the
literally.
normal cereal.
It's wheat.
And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's covered in sugar. I
So
just
they,
tasted of
they got
pure
two big
sugar.
boxes of. What'd you get?
So I got cornflakes and Rice Krispies
Yeah.
instead, which are just like the most bland things. But it
Yeah.
was, they didn't have any shreddies. They didn't have any like
Shreddies.
multi-grain Cheerios.
Shreddies.
They had Honey Nut Cheerios, but they're probably even sweeter.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But you
but
ate that
this
this morning.
time had cornflakes this morning.
Yeah.
I felt good.
I had a cinnamon roll.
I don't
which
really
is
do.
also not healthy.
Yeah.
I don't really do
Big iced
breakfast.
cinnamon
My
roll.
normal breakfast is like a honey bun, you know, some
No.
donuts.
No,
Um,
these are desserts for me.
Dog, how are you not bigger?
I literally can't gain weight.
Mug has been eating sugar the whole time we've been here. I'm like, no, I don't really do breakfast. You know, I might have like a handful of goldfish or something and call it a day.
Yeah.
And then, you know, meanwhile, Brian's just like chowing down on some sweets.
I mean, I don't eat that much.
That's
It's
true.
Dude, you ate
Most
that
of the
whole,
thing-
almost that whole bag of Airheads in a day.
Oh, you
We ate
should-
the rest on stream tonight.
Airheads
put-
are good.
Put the clip of me in eating my first Airhead.
Yeah.
Because that was just that was.
Did you ever swallow it?
I did, but I was chewing on it for like Brian had eaten like 3 in the time I had 1. Because it was just so overwhelmed. I think we do have airheads.
He was like, how am I supposed to swallow this?
I was chewing on it. I was like waiting for it to like dissolve in my mouth. And I was like, no, it's just still there.
Gosh.
I can't swallow this. It'll just clog my throat.
But yeah. So this afternoon, we hung out with some of Brian's family. His nibblings came into town.
My niece and nephews, my sister.
So we got to play some horse with the children.
That's right. I have a basketball goal.
I didn't know what horse was, and therefore lost. I think I was the first out.
Well, my nephew decided, he's only like 7, but he decided that he gets to throw the ball 3 times. But he did fail most of the 3 times.
And Brian's nephew also decided that we're not George and Joey, we are Jerry and Jimmy.
Jerry and Jimmy.
Jerry and Jimmy.
That's
So
right.
be on the lookout for the Jerry and Jimmy channel coming to a Spotify playlist near you.
Jerry and Jimmy. I could honestly see it though. Yeah.
So yeah.
He's funny.
That was
And
good
then
fun.
we went to the mall.
We went to the mall.
Yep.
We went to the giant.
mall. Yeah. Big mall.
We went to
Let's maybe not specify the shops.
No.
most malls have a. I feel like that's a safe bet. I'll cut it out though.
Okay.
I bought some shoes.
Yes, George
I bought
got
some new shoes because the shoes I was wearing, Dolphin. If you're watching this, I know you roasted me for my shoes. It was literally a plan to come and buy shoes here. So my shoes were pretty knackered.
He's got some new shoes now.
So I got some new shoes.
We got him the Hey Dudes. We have
the Hey
Americanized the crap out of this guy.
DOODS.
Yeah.
That's not how you spell Hey Dudes.
So I got those. I also got a new shirt as well. Maybe you could put a picture of me wearing it.
Yeah.
It's a nice like comic book Spider-Man shirt. I guess since we saw the Spider-Verse movie,
Yeah.
so I got a Spider-Man comic shirt.
Oh yeah.
And then I also bought like a little American football.
Yeah, made out of
It's kind of a
foam.
souvenir, and that was good.
We're gonna
fun.
sign that.
You're gonna sign it.
Yeah.
Have the Americans sign it.
That's right.
Bring it home.
I got a little set of Mario coasters at this little game store we found.
Were good.
There's some cool game stores.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also bought the Wheel of Fortune
Yes,
for the Switch.
that's right. We said we'd come back to it.
There's a joint cartridge with Wheels of Fortune for the Switch and Jeopardy for the Switch.
Yeah.
And so we ended up playing that on stream later.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was some cool, like, I've been to the mall a few times, but I've never, like, actually, like, you know, searched for things that I wanted.
You've just been forced there to get back to school clothes, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I really didn't see anything, like, I saw some cute, like, plushies and stuff if I had the money.
You almost bought the Portals vinyl.
I almost bought
the Melanie
Martinez Portals vinyl, yeah. I mean, it was there, and it was the one that I wanted, but I feel like I'm just going to keep my vinyls to the people that I stan. She's, like, really close, but, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did buy Astral Chain for $45 at the gaming store, because I've been wanting that ever since the E3 trailer for 2018.
Damn.
Because it's such a good trailer. Like, go watch the trailer. But, I mean, I've been wanting it, and it looks good, so I think that one day they're going to make a sequel. There was a rumor last year about it. So I bought it. I'm excited for that. And that was my impulse purchase for the day. Then we got some pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some.
Joey hyped
It
it up.
really fallen off in quality since I've had it 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Joey hyped it up, and I was kind of disappointed by it.
Yeah, it was a bit
I
mid,
was too.
Joey.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
Remember as a young kid seeing just that huge slice. You're like, oh my gosh, I get all of this to myself?
Yeah.
And now it's like, man, I'm fat. I get food all the time. And also, it's just kind of mid pizza.
Yeah.
Not as good as the pizza we had earlier in the week.
Yeah. So then we did the stream.
And then, yeah, we got home. We streamed on my channel right here. You can go to the live tab and view it. We played a little bit of Mario Maker.
Yeah, we were supposed to be playing Mario
We did
Maker.
some viewer submitted levels. Someone sent us the code. Thank you, Klinos, for the codes to the Wendy's levels.
Yeah.
We did a few of those, and I was actually really impressed that Wendy's put the time in.
Yeah.
I love the Wendy's gaming subcategory of their business. I mean,
Yeah.
they have a Twitch. I mean, they're doing all sorts of stuff. It's really cool.
No, I like it too.
I think they VTube as Wendy.
We actually started with like a
Really?
very mediocre.
Oh yeah, the
stage.
Minecraft.
Yeah, some Minecraft level, like Minecraft, The Journey Home or something.
Yeah.
Very boring level. Thanks for
My Way
that.
Home.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So we kind of just gave up.
And then we switched to New Soup U.
yes.
We did World 3 or 4, it splits there. It was the Ice World. That was pretty fun. And then from there, we decided to try out.
We're not going to talk about roasting Brian's.
I'm just remembering
Oh.
something that I have to mention. And it's not what you're thinking, George.
Oh.
When we started the stream, I was like, well, I have to update Mario Maker 2.
Oh, there.
Brian, can you connect me to your internet? My Switch has been banned. Nintendo banned it because I modded it. There's not any mods on it right now. Like you wouldn't even be able to know it was hacked client or anything. I'm not using the hacked client. I'm using the default.
Yeah.
But my Switch is now banned because I dumped some games onto my PC. Uh-oh. Didn't know that was against the rules.
I mean, you should.
I mean, I did know it was against the rules, but I thought I was being safe about it.
You're doing it offline originally.
So, luckily, I actually bought a second Switch just before I left. So when I get home, I have to transfer everything to my Switch.
But you
But on the
clicked-
trip, we figured out that my Switch has been banned.
You clicked on Mario Maker 2 because there was like an update or something, and it was just like
Yeah, you're banned,
You-
homie.
yeah, you
can't-
can't download the update.
you can't download it. You're banned.
So we ended up using Brian's Switch for that portion.
And then we use your support.
Then we used mine for New Soup U. And then we used George's Switch to play Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of
You're
But
gonna get-
before we got to Wheel of Fortune, you know what? I don't have time to go into this. Let me just say this. Brian Blucario Jenkins' file system is the worst thing you've ever seen. You cannot
Oh.
find anything on there.
It was-
Nothing is named. Everything is in the downloads folder. And if it's not in the downloads folder, it's in a backup of a previous downloads folder. It is the worst file system you have ever seen.
Oh.
That's all I have
Yeah,
to
I
say.
do have a hard time finding certain videos sometimes.
Yeah.
I bet.
Maybe put them in folders.
Anyways.
Folders do exist.
I mean, there's a folder called New Folder.
Yeah, there was
where I
a
put
folder-
a folder of my previous downloads.
So his disc format, it was called New Volume, his disc. Then he took us to a folder in New Volume called New Folder, in which he had all of his YouTube thumbnails.
and
it's
there's a
just
bunch of
like-
other stuff.
Oh,
There's
So-
no like thumbnails folder. It's just kind of just
It's
like
just his
it could be
pictures
like an Olivia
folder.
Rodrigo fan cam, and then like something like really,
screenshots off Twitter.
and then like a school project, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, but we
So,
won't get rolled up about
Quite
that.
panic-inducing on my end, but
Yeah.
other than that, it was fine.
yeah.
And we played some more Wheel of Fortune, but this time on the
Yeah.
Switch with the copy that
Yeah,
George got
that
at the
we
mall.
purchased.
I'd
Yeah.
say it was a bit improved over the Wii version.
Graphics were definitely improved.
Graphics were
there were
definitely less
some
creepy.
quality of life things.
Yeah.
There were a few parts in the Wii game where there was no timer and a player could stall.
Yeah.
In
you could
this
just sit
game,
there.
you can never stall, which I think is a good improvement. It may be annoying to some players.
Yeah.
because you could just sit there and stare at the board.
Yeah.
For like forever.
So, that was better.
I do feel that it's like it doesn't have as much charm.
No, it does lack some
Mii's.
charm.
Yeah.
The
The
Mii's
Mii's
are
added a
gone,
lot.
and they're replaced with these really hot they're replaced with these really modern avatars. And it was really funny because we were just playing the game for the first time, and so we all had the same avatar, and we're
Yeah,
all
'cause-
under the same account.
Because I just bought the game, I hadn't unlocked any of the other
Um,
characters yet, so we were just the same
Yeah.
guy. It was great fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. And it went a little bit longer than the Wii one did as well. We were panicking because immediately after wrapping up stream, I was like, Brian, go get towels. Me and George are going to go get changed.
Yeah, I
and you
kind
get
of forgot
changed.
that we
and
had
let's
this
set up.
light. That probably would have been.
Yeah.
We
And
thought it's currently
the
forecast
hot
to rain.
tub stream. Well, this is a video. And it was forecasted to rain, which would have not been good. Lucky it has not rained.
Yeah, it's been dry so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how far into this we are, but
If it rains, that wouldn't be good because I just.
do we
realized-
have
Yeah, we
have
don't have
we
the
have we
gazebo.
missed anything of the Kentucky experience?
I don't feel so. I mean, maybe I could talk about just more of the coming to America experience in general.
Yeah.
Like, one thing, the thing that I think I found the most weird, well, there's a few things. First of all, when we were at the mall, buying things and not having the tax already in the price, that got me pretty much every time I bought something.
Yeah.
Every time I bought something, I was like, oh, it's like $4.99. Nope. It was like, well, okay, that one was priced wrong. It was
Yeah.
it went up
Priced
to like
wrong.
$8 or something. And I was like, what? You can't just add,
Yeah.
money to the price after
Well, that's how
buying
they
it.
get you.
That's how they get
That's
you.
how they get
So
you.
you have to like do mental maths
Can't believe you,
To-
Kentucky state government.
to add your. Well, Louisiana's
Yeah,
the exact
yours
same.
is even worse.
Yeah, ours is
America's
worse.
the same.
We have like 11% when you add everything together.
Yeah.
Kentucky's is close to 6. So
We
Yeah.
have the tax already in the price, so you just look at the price.
Yeah, but
like
what is
a
the tax?
sane
What is the
country.
tax rate? Do you know?
Well, I don't know. It's value-added tax. You just.
That's why things are so.
I think tax is different for each product. I don't know honestly how it works.
Yeah.
Because
We-
I don't
we-
need to
we
think
do
about
have-
it. I don't need to think about taxes ever,
Yeah.
pretty much.
We
can
do
just-
have something called syntax. Not syntax like the grammar.
Yeah, I was thinking.
But like sin, you know,
Syntax like
SIN,
calculator.
tax, where
Well, now we're just talking about taxes.
alcohol, tobacco products, now marijuana, that's being legalized, gambling, all of these things that are considered morally wrong but legally allowed have a higher tax rate.
I see.
Not all of these things, some of these things.
Yeah. So that was the first thing that caught me up. Well, one of the things that caught me off guard was buying anything and having to pay more than the price says.
Yeah.
The second thing, which you guys just didn't seem to bat an eyelid at, but to me is like completely bonkers, is the fact that you use paper plates all the time.
Paper plates.
You use
Yeah.
paper plates
I mean,
and bowls.
we
so
have
every
normal
time,
plates.
right? So when I came here and he was like, "Here's a plate," and I was like, "This is a paper plate. Why don't you just get a normal plate and wash it up afterwards?" And he was like, "No, we just throw our plates away after every
it's-
meal."
You just throw it away and then you don't have to deal with it again.
Which is the most bonkers thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, you could use a normal plate. We have
I
those
did
too.
use a normal plate, but it
Yeah.
hasn't been washed up at all, as far
Well-
as I could
well,
tell.
look-
I wouldn't mind washing it up myself.
Oh,
It's just such a
That's what I'm
pain.
used to.
It's such a pain
You have
to,
a
you know,
dishwasher as
take
well.
the plate,
You
put
just
it in the dishwasher,
dishwasher,
and run
put
it.
a tablet in, slap it shut, push the on button, it washes it
just
for
use a paper
you.
plate. You finish it.
You put it in the bin,
Put it in the trash can.
and then where does it go?
To probably a landfill
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly.
Yeah.
It goes. It's some turtles problem in the ocean.
I know. Normally, what we do is we dig out these big holes, and we dump all the trash there. But then normally we don't dig out a new hole fast enough, and so most landfills are like hills now
Yeah,
because they just
landfills.
yeah.
So that to me, I'm like, if I threw out a plate, like how many plates have you gone through in your life?
Yeah.
Thousands.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
Well, I mean,
I
most
still
of-
have the plates that I used from when I was like 5.
I use their paper plates for like smaller things. Like if I were to get like a cupcake, or you know,
Then you don't use a plate at all for a cupcake. You can just eat that.
not because it's messy. But
Get
you
a
know,
small plate.
for like a meal, like if I were to eat like steak, I wouldn't get a paper plate. I would get like an actual plate.
Still, it just blew my mind. I still don't like using them.
Yeah. Well, you know, fair enough.
You keep giving them to me.
Well, I just say you don't have to take it.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I think those are the main two things.
Yeah.
Coming to America and being.
It did feel really crazy seeing them like when they got out of the car and the
Oh yeah,
airport.
first meeting each other was wild.
Yeah. It's
I
just-
mean, I was incredibly sleep deprived. I was maybe, as I said earlier, I was maybe running off 6 hours sleep over the course of about 3 days, trying to sleep on the floor of Heathrow Airport, which is like stone, which is just impossible, and then trying to sleep on the plane, I just couldn't do it half the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when I first saw Brian, I was like, I didn't really feel anything. I was just kind of dead.
Yeah.
But the next morning, I was like, oh, Brian,
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
What about
Living
you,
in a
Joey?
fantasy.
You know,
You came
for
in the day.
for me, as far as the culture shock goes, you know, Louisiana and Kentucky are fairly similar. Louisiana is a little bit further south. We have some different names for things. Like they call it a shopping cart. I would call it a buggy.
I'd call it a trolley.
Yeah.
We're all different names.
You know, the different small things like that. One of the weird ones is that people are just comfortable being barefoot here a lot. Where I'm from, there are things in the grass that will hurt you. And so I don't ever go barefoot in the yard. They're called stickers.
Uh-huh.
They'll stick to you. That's why they're called that.
Our pavement's probably too rough in England.
Yeah, and
To
so
be walking out barefoot. Or
you know,
too
I
many,
was
like wasps.
I was pretty much always in my Crocs unless we were streaming, because I don't stream in shoes or socks. But you know, other than that, you know, things were pretty similar. When I got here, it was kind of surreal. I drove up and I was like, "That's the right number. Is this the right street?" And then Brian walks out of the house with just this giddy look, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the right place." And it was just kind of surreal, you know. I mean, me and Brian have known each other since January of 2018.
My first actual online friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
5
so
years.
5.5 years almost now.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was strange to see, in person, but
Yeah.
The first. I remember the first.
there
thing.
wasn't any of that awkward, like I know who you are, I don't know who you are, because we just know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other long enough to just kind of click.
Yeah.
When we first met.
Exactly.
One thing I found odd was since we've only spoken through either YouTube streams or Discord calls, which are quite heavily compressed, just hearing your voices like
Yeah.
no filters at all.
Yeah.
Just straight into my ears.
I mean, especially sending
was
that
kinda-
feed across the pond.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was very
Because
odd.
there's a lot of stories of people meeting up with their online friends and just like not getting along. And,
Yeah.
You know.
I was quite anxious that would happen. Like,
Yeah.
what if we don't meet
Just
up?
like
What
it's
if
really
we?
awkward and stuff like that.
Yeah, what if we just don't get along, or what if it's just online?
Yeah.
But yeah, that didn't happen really. We've just been chilling.
Good mates.
Good mate.
Would you say that?
Good
Is that more of an
mates.
Australian thing?
No, we say mate as well.
Okay, you say mate.
They probably got it from Australia.
I think we should also talk about Road Trip by MG though.
Let's
Road
talk
Trip.
about Brian. I think
Road
you're
Trip.
the most equipped to talk about Road Trip. This song,
Road Trip.
one of the most recent songs added to the playlist.
Yeah.
That's right. We added it to the playlist because it actually just came out this last Friday. They were
You
here
found
at
it
the
on
time.
TikTok.
Yeah, well, there's this artist called MG, and she posts on TikTok.
By the way, you will never find this artist by googling MG.
Oh yeah, it's a car company.
Like,
yeah,
bad name.
yeah. So basically, she has like a lot of auto tune on her voice and her songs, and she produces her own songs, I think. But there's a lot of auto tune, and people on TikTok like hype her up to the point where she's like, I'm a star. They're like, when are you going on tour and stuff like that. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But she released a brand new EP called Road Trip on Friday when they were here, and I was like, oh my gosh, MG released an EP, and they were like, who?
Understandably.
But I pulled up Road Trip because I actually did hear the snippet before it released, and there was this one verse, and it was like, we're on a road trip, chasing the sun,
Right, what was the next line?
with our favorite tunes. We're having fun, and
That's like the only good bit.
I thought it sounded kind of fire, so I was
Maybe
like,
not the only good bit,
let's listen
but-
to it. But the entire chorus is just
Road trip, road trip, road trip, road trip.
and it just like keeps going, and so that's why it was so funny.
And the song ends with best summer ever.
But
And
she-
the start of the song
Like
is
a
it's like
screeching noise.
it's like a sound. It's like a car stopping, like the brakes of a car stopping.
Yeah.
But it's like got all the auto-tune filters on
I
it.
think it's meant to be the sound when you put the keys into a car and you haven't turned the ignition.
You can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
It's so
But
distorted.
it's just
yeah,
for like
yeah. But
it just hurts your ears every time it comes on.
I drove Joey and George to a few places while they were here, and those are road trips.
yeah,
so
somehow it ended up in the queue.
so in the car,
every single time.
every time we got in the
Wonder
car,
who added that there.
we put Road Trip on, and we just
You put road trip.
I put
on.
Road Trip into the queue, and so now it's just kind of the song of this
the
trip.
song of the summer.
The
To
song
be
of
fair,
the summer.
I'm not gonna lie. It has grown on me.
Like,
It
yeah.
has grown on me.
It took
which-
longer to break me, but it has also grown on me.
Was it actually?
Yes.
There's just something
The
in
first
it.
we're hearing this.
When I go to church camp in a few weeks,
Yeah.
I will be playing the song. If only out of irony, I will be playing the song on the road trip.
Oh, that's
Are you gonna be singing along?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta,
Alright.
you gotta learn all the words.
I mean, we've listened to it probably about 7 times at this point.
we
I would
probably
say.
listened to it more than anyone else has.
More than anybody else, and we're probably the only people who's actually sang it like in the car.
on
Yeah.
a, on a
Um,
quote unquote road trip.
But it's like catchy, but
it's so bad.
It's catchy in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, she tried with it.
Yeah, it does sound better than her previous songs.
Like if you compare it to her other songs, like I feel like that one's like pretty
Like
high
Bonfire
above the rest. Yeah, I couldn't get
was
through
a
Bonfire.
thing.
But yeah.
But yeah, Road Trip. I think that's when we look back at this trip. That'll be the song that
I'm adding it to my playlist.
Yeah.
It'll come on every time. I remember singing it with you guys.
Yeah, and yeah. It was a good time.
Good fun. Oh.
But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm getting pretty dehydrated in this hot tub.
Yeah, this is, I mean, as much as it's nice and warm.
For those of you who don't know, pro tip, you need to drink water in a hot tub. You don't know it because you're physically wet, but you are sweating the whole time because of how hot it is, and you are actively dehydrating.
I'm getting thirsty.
So this is a life pro tip there.
We were here for like an hour and 45 minutes 2 days ago.
Yeah, we were having some hashtag deep conversations.
My hands like hurt from wrinkling.
Yeah,
You want to talk about some deep conversations? Think about this. Real eyes realize real lies.
Wow. I think I only got about half of that.
That's awesome.
Real eyes
Uh-huh.
realize
Uh-huh.
real lies.
Hashtag
I
speaking
still
from
don't
the
know what
heart.
it means.
Okay, real eyes.
Real eyes.
Real eyes, your
I know the
eyeballs.
words you're saying.
Yeah.
Realize, like they understand.
Okay.
Real
It all
lies,
sounds
like a
the
fabrication.
same, but different meanings, you know?
That's hashtag deep.
Hashtag deep.
Let's see.
Hashtag
That's the kind of
What-
stuff we talk about.
What's another good one?
Pinocchio.
In order to love your life, you have to live your love.
You
I
can
don't
never
remember talking about
prepare
any of these
yourself.
No, we were talking about
Like faith. and
yeah,
stuff.
we were talking about our faith, our religion. We were talking about experiences growing up, friendship, human
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah. That's the deep hot tub thoughts that you
What
get.
it means to know someone.
Yeah, what it means to
Yeah.
be friends with someone. And
That's
that's how
right.
we became friends.
Yeah.
And now we're all good friends.
In a way, the butterfly effect, right? How one small little change could have completely
Yeah.
done away with life as we know.
I keep
Yeah.
thinking back to how it's kind of a miracle that I met you.
Yeah.
Because the things that led up to it was like 2 a.m. In May 2020. I made the impulse purchase to buy a Nintendo Switch Lite. Originally I was going to wait for a normal Switch, but they were all out of stock in lockdown.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been able to buy one until like a year later. So I bought a Switch Lite, and I decided to buy Animal Crossing with it. So that's two things already. Then I just so happened to find the YouTuber Cora Mora, which you guys are friends with, or you're friends with.
Yeah.
She doesn't know me.
They just so happened, and then Cora arranged to do a collab stream with Brian, and she almost forgot to mention it on the stream she was doing the day before. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, by the way guys, I almost forgot I'm doing the stream with Lucario tomorrow. And I don't know if I quite got your name or not.
Yeah.
Because she said it quite quickly and then ended the stream. I had to go back to the stream to find out what your name was. And then I almost forgot to go to that stream,
Yeah.
which was in the first stream, and I think I was only there for like the last hour. And then the rest is history. I came to your streams, I came to your Discord server,
Became a Carla stan.
became a Carla stan.
That's right.
That did take until like September though.
Yeah. I remember asking you, like, you know, can I show you Carla? And you're like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Some French singer apparently.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And now we're here in a hot tub
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
and for me and Brian, we had both only been streaming for about a month.
Yeah.
We met January of 2018. I started streaming December 2017. When did you start streaming?
December 2017.
So yeah, we're new streamers.
Christmas.
We had this mutual chatter, Lost Red Prince,
Yeah.
later known as Lost Prince, later known as Prince,
Yeah.
who just happened to say to Lucario, "Oh, you're ending stream? You should raid this guy Nintendo."
Yeah.
What if I had ended my stream 30 minutes earlier?
Or
What if you had
not
started
to.
your stream 5 hours later?
Yeah.
What if Lost Prince had never come across either of our channels?
Yeah.
What if you ignored his message? What if I ignored the raid?
What if
Yeah.
like YouTube hid it for some stupid
Yeah.
reason?
What if Wreck-It Ralph 2 brought YouTube down?
Yeah. There's so much to think about.
And yet here we are 5.5 years later
Yeah.
in a hot tub recording the Ultimate Streamer Meetup Deluxe podcast, The Kentucky Experience.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That's the official name.
That's the official name. That's actually what you should title the video. Ultimate Streamer Meetup Deluxe.
Yeah.
Isn't this going on your channel?
Well, this is the USM podcast.
Oh, like the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here we are, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And And here we leave you
We do.
with one piece of advice. Brian.
Stream Vampire.
Stream Vampire,
By Olivia
yes,
Rodrigo.
Olivia Rodrigo coming out
June 30th.
June 30th.
That's right.
All right.
30th of June, as I'd say.
Yeah, that.
And stay real.
Stay real. Let us know, future people. Let us know what the album title is. We only know of 3 letters so far.
4 letters.
4 letters.
Four
Oh, we got
letters.
another one.
Yes. We're thinking right now it's Lunar Eclipse.
Lunar eclipse. Supernatural's off the
pupil.
table. Pupil.
Sorry, what's your advice, Joey?
I was just gonna say, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
And Joey's going home tomorrow.
And yeah, I'm going home tomorrow.
It's gonna be sad.
George will be in town for another few days. I'm not sure when this podcast will go up.
Yeah.
So by the time it comes out, George may have already left. But if not, be on the lookout on both of their channels. They'll be tagged in the description for some more content.
Yeah.
Well, probably not in the title of the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
But it's, yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad they could make it over.